So we're here. We have shown up. So here's an opportunity for some concrete action. Housing discrimination is a key piece of the legislative platform of our coalition. We're going to show a video in a moment produced by Signs of Providence. And by the way, this is part of a media campaign that all of you will have access to. These videos for your own use and to share with your communities and your social networks through the Interfaith Coalition. So we're happy to preview the one video today. And then following the video, there are postcards. They look like this on all of your tables. Please fill them out, send them to they will go to your legislature. Put your name on it, leave it on the table. We will collect them and make sure that they get to the Statehouse. I'm happy to say that the source of income bill has passed through the Senate's committee and hopefully will pass in the Senate. But we have work to do to make sure that it gets passed in the House. So let's watch the video now, give you some insight on why this is so important, and then I'll be back in a few moments.
But little did I know that I was discriminated against, not because of the color of my skin, but because I had Section 8. My name is Elizabeth, and we're here in Newport in front of the Florence M. Gray Center. It's our community center in Newport. I'm here because I want to talk about the discrimination I have faced with having a Section 8 voucher. I'm a Section 8 recipient for the last 10 years. I just think it's unfortunate that we have to beg to prove ourselves when we are good standing citizens and good residents, or have to leave where the city that we work because no one is willing to give us, rent an apartment to us. And I even challenged him to give me the opportunity of a year living in his apartment, and that if everything that I was saying was not true, that at the end of that year, he didn't have to renew the lease, knowing that I would find myself in that same predicament again should he chose not to renew that lease. I truly was probably going to be homeless. A lot of Section 8 are people that are going to school, people that have good jobs, but because the cost of living in Newport is so high, you have to live off housing subsidies, because in Newport you cannot afford to pay the rent, plus pay light, plus pay gas, childcare. If you travel off the island, because a lot of our jobs here are seasonal, or hospitality, or they're tourist jobs. So, you can't live off what, if you work locally, you can't live off live in Newport. There's no way. After living in the north end of the city of Newport for over 15 years, I was finally allowed through Section 8 to live on the other side of the city and enjoy what tourists come and see. I speak for myself. I've met each and every requirement. I strive to be a good tenant. But again, if something was to happen where I live, I fear that I won't be able to find another place to live.
So take a moment to fill out these postcards, and then I'm going to ask, and if you want more for your communities, they're available through the Interfaith Coalition. Find Victoria or one of the steering committee members, and we're happy. I see some tables don't have postcards over there. We'll make sure that you get them in the center. The other thing...
One or two postcards. How many should we fill out?
For the House, Victoria?
Yeah?
Just for the House? Or should it go to the Senate as well?
Don't fill out your legislators' names, just please fill in your information because we're going to deliver them to specific people, so either the speaker or someone like that. So don't worry about putting in a specific person.
One or two postcards?
Two.
Per
I will
person.
bring more postcards to each of you.
Thank you. The other thing I want to say is that workshops begin at 10:30. We do want to stay on time, but I feel like this opportunity now to turn to the people at your table, and Reverend Blackmon is going to take questions after the workshops, but we're going to gather them in written form. So we'd love for you at your tables to both respond, your own sense of what emerged for you as she spoke, but also formulate questions that you have for Reverend Blackmon. There are brightly colored index cards on the table. Fill those questions out, leave them on the table, and we will collect those as well. So please take this opportunity to do some work, to share reflections with one another at your table. And workshops will begin at 10:30. Thank you all very much.